so hi, welcome to the comic book podcast for YOUmedia Miami. I am your host Montgomery, one of the librarians here at South Dade. So we have a couple of different topics we're going to be talking about, and we just actually were starting one just a few seconds ago, and we'll kind of pick it up just a bit. But before we get started, let's go to do a quick introduction. So to my right, we have.
Clarissa. I'm a librarian here also, and just visiting for today.
My name's Gio.
All that coffee.
Xavier.
My name is Marcus.
Dang it.
We really kind of need to pick up that intro. It's a lot longer than it should be. So, but special hi to Clarissa, my wonder twin. We were doing something over the summer, and we had a high five that looked like Wonder Twins. So
Came out in the
Wonder
newspaper.
powers activate. Shape up octopus.
basically,
Shape
that's
up
exactly what it
air.
was. We were putting a hurricane tent, the cot
The
together.
caught together.
So that was a pain. And I'm like, finally, high five. Yes, Gio.
I would like to go first for my topic
Okay.
to
Go
get this
ahead.
out of the way. I don't want any fans to be disappointed.
Let
Okay.
it be the Flash.
Go ahead.
Breaking news: The Flash
Knew it.
could be down a member by the end of the season, but I call lies. I feel like this is fake news, because, and then I read more and it says, according to Super Bro Movies, who I don't know why has any association
Affiliation.
with the Flash. Reporter Daniel Richmond Carlos Valdez plans to exit the Flash after season 5. Do you know? I don't think, for you guys who don't know who Carlos Valdez is, well, at least in the movie, he is also known as Cisco Ramon,
Mm-hmm.
which is like if he went missing, like it's like having Barry going missing.
What-
How important he is.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, at least to me, like, who's gonna make the names for the villains? Who's gonna breach them to where they gotta go?
I think
He
Nate.
really holding his hand
I
up.
think Nate wants to say something.
Go ahead, Nate.
Your piece.
What's the Flash?
All right, never
Oh my
mind.
God.
Podcast over.
Podcast over.
Okay, so
Drop the podcast. Okay. You wanted to say something?
Well, just maybe the way he is important.
I mean, the way he leaves, obviously they're gonna make it important, like what they did with Barry Allen. Like I think last season or the season before that, like he got caught in like this something, but
The
he
Speed Force.
he wasn't really
Dang,
gone.
how you a Flash fan, but you don't know that?
I know, it's just I'm not thinking about it because I don't really, I'm trying to not. That's not the point. I'm talking about the Flash and Cisco leaving.
Then you should know about
But
the Speed Force.
but like if he leaves, what's so important that he has to leave and not come back? Like we need you. It's like what if you see what would really be sad if Ralph Digny left. Ralph Digny and he left. I would not watch The Flash anymore.
Okay, so if you don't know who Ralph is the
Elongated man.
elongated man who was the newest addition to Team Flash.
Hmm.
Anyone else want to chime in? Because I definitely have thoughts.
Yeah, like I was saying, The Flash. If you guys who are watching this podcast, well, listening to the podcast, if you think Flash, Cisco, Ramon should leave, put a big thumbs down.
On the podcast?
Yes,
That's
but if
not
you
how
think
it
if,
works.
if you think
That's
he should
not
if
how
you
it
think he
works.
should stay, put a big thumbs up and make
That's-
sure you
that's-
comment below.
How about you just comment whether
Right,
or
I was
not
gonna
you
say,
want
just
him
do
in or
that.
out?
Yeah.
No,
Instead
because
of
we have
hating the
to
video.
know because like if Cisco leaves, like you guys, like if you don't watch the Flash, you
Which I
don't know
don't.
his relationship to the Flash is, which makes it pretty hard because like he's like one of like the main characters in
Yeah.
this.
So here's the thing that I have about Team Flash with Vibe. Over the years, you've grown that team from a couple of people to like
A whole
almost
squad.
a whole squad of people that everyone now has to have their moments.
Which is good. I like
Right.
that.
But then not everyone's going to get their turn, so to speak. So
I mean, but he just went through a breakup too.
I know that was the other thing. They were like, all right, fine.
and then now he just got a girlfriend.
But he kind of lost his powers too, because that's what he's looking for. Is not spoilers, but he's looking for a cure for being curing all metas.
Which he found in a new episode. Haha,
Right.
spoilers.
But I think it's getting to the point is that the use of Cisco is no longer needed.
No.
Unfortunately, I would rather see Ralph kind of like leave rather than Cisco.
Oh, I was sad. I almost cried when he got killed by DeVoe.
Mhm.
No, you didn't.
I almost cried.
No, you didn't.
I was like, my mouth was open. I was like, no.
So you were
I'm
shocked,
about to cry right now.
not
Yeah.
crying.
No, like
Um,
my eyes were getting watery. I had to hold myself back.
I mean,
It
even
was like the Titanic up in there.
even on Arrow, the core of Felicity, Oliver, and Diggle were great in the very beginning. It was just the core three of them. And now they build up the whole team. Team Arrow's been disassembled. Now they're on the police force. And I'm like, unless you're going to do something that's going to incorporate everybody, there's no point to do anything more with Cisco.
But where is he gonna go? Like,
I don't know.
you
Let me
can't just
go to
one
Marvel
episode-
side, or
You
I
can't
don't.
just have one episode where he's just not there.
You already have several episodes. He's not there.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
There's a
we
bunch
knew
of
he
them.
was there.
I
but,
know
like,
in spirit, right? I know.
But like, but now if you have an episode and like if you know the news about it, then he's gone. It's just like it's not the same.
I would agree that one of the things that I liked every week, the new villain, what's the name? He comes up with the name, which oddly enough is the same character you see on the comics, but at least that's the fun of it. And he was kind of our Felicity for Team Flash, that nerdy, quirky, fun guy that all of us kind of emulate to some degree.
He was like the comic relief.
Right,
So like, who's gonna do that? You can't
right.
have the Flash.
And now you have too many
Right.
people to do that. You have way too many people.
I mean, no one. He was like the funniest person on the Flash.
Right, and then you have
In the
throw in
beginning,
Ralph.
not
And
No,
funny
like
then.
now, like he still is. Other than like, or he's like a elongated man. Ralph Digny is not even like he's there, but he's not there with Cisco. So if Cisco left, like if Ralph Digny has to take over, it's not gonna be good because like his jokes are not good.
So here's a question for you, or maybe to the group. Would you want to see the entire cast and less special effects, or less cast and more special effects?
The whole cast, less special effects. I mean, they could just have an episode like they don't need like.
Nate, you like watching The Flash, right? You answer the question.
Not too long ago, he asked, "What is the Flash?"
But
So-
he still knows about the show, though. It's his favorite show, believe it or not.
Speaker piece.
And that was it. Lovely.
Like
So, as someone who doesn't watch The Flash, but did start watching Arrow
Mhm.
when it first started,
Right.
bad
there are
person.
too many characters.
Yes.
You can't keep up with them all.
I mean, no.
It becomes a soap opera, like the ones on daytime TV that there are so many characters, the story just doesn't flow anymore.
I mean,
So maybe that's what they're trying to do. They're trying
Mhm.
to cut some of the fat out.
but he's not the fat. He's the meat. He's the main part.
The meat
fat-
is fat,
he
guys.
though?
Meat is fat.
What?
Come on now,
Gio.
Gio.
Is
Gio, are you
he's
okay?
like- there, all right, let's say you have like I don't know steak. You have fat that like surrounds the meat. Like it's like on the outside, but then like
Who are your
like the
teachers?
meat- but the actual meat part, like where there's fat, but like there's no like. there's
Okay,
not that
okay.
still-
I know
okay,
you don't
let's
take
forget
culinary.
the
This-
fat part. But
It's like-
is the show called Cisco or is the show called Flash?
That's tough.
It's called the
Mhm.
Flash.
Oh, okay, then
There
he's the
you
answer.
go.
He's got a dip.
So he's
No.
not the most important character.
All right, like I would rather you take out Caitlyn than Cisco. Like I would rather see Caitlyn or RXS. Like she can leave. I don't care.
You can lose her. You can lose not Sherlock, whatever you call that guy's name.
Oh
for-
no.
you can-
Harrison's always gonna pop.
I
back
know
up.
Harrison's been fine because every year they change his character to do
Yeah.
something else. That's exactly what you should do for someone else. But unfortunately, you can't do that for Cisco. You kind of
I mean-
run into the gambit of he's kind of done.
Joe West, he's been like out.
He's
of a
been
couple
missing,
episodes.
too, for a
yeah, he's
couple
been out of
episodes.
like 4 episodes.
Right.
But
And-
but I mean like if he left, I wouldn't care either.
Right, but the core between Joe and Barry was that because Barry's dad was in prison or now dead, that was his father. And there was a good emotional bond. But now that Joe has another baby, that family's like moved on. So you really don't have anything more to do with Joe. So Cisco, except for breaching and teleporting people everywhere, that's about it.
And being the comic relief. I mean, all right, so whoever works for the CW television network, if you work for them and you're hearing this podcast, or you are the owner of CW, or you affiliate with them, like you have a high position,
Don't take
please,
favoritism into one person.
please
Comment below.
comment your email address, and I will contact you ASAP.
They're not gonna respond to their emails. Let's be honest here, Gio.
You know how many people would go on that before you?
16 probably other people.
Let's add 1,000 to that.
I can see
do you
automatically
know how many
assumes that
views
they're
we get
watching
here?
this.
Or hearing us in the first place.
Like, what?
Mhm,
I just
yeah.
can't wait for our daily dose. But it's weekly. Okay, so let's move on from Team Flash. Who wants to go next?
I'm going next. Okay. A more better and important show. Okay, let's see. Hulu open to reviving Netflix canceled Marvel shows when they are ready.
The closing of the Iron Fist.
So that means Iron Fist, Luke Cage, Daredevil, all those Netflix Marvel shows that got canceled, they might be put on Hulu.
Right. And on top of that, if that's going to happen, Howard
Most
the
likely.
Duck is something that's going to be brand new to Hulu as an animated series. But
Why animated?
Do you want to see a live action Howard the Duck show?
there was a movie. If you ever get a
It
chance,
was weird.
It was.
it's not something that I would say, you know what?
You should watch that.
Exactly. It's very awkward at times. And certain parts, I'm like, I don't know. This is supposed to be fun.
Because back then I was like,
Yeah. So it's going to be animated. Kevin Smith is going to write it. So there's going to be other TV series in addition to that. Tigra and Dazzler. So if you know Dazzler, she's a mutant that has light power things. And Tigra is kind of like half female beast tiger thing.
yeah.
So,
Who's going to be the voice of Howard the Duck is my question.
oh, I have no idea. But this actually just
Ryan
broke
Reynolds.
just the other day.
See, he can't be
So-
the voice for everything.
I mean, he could.
But Disney Plus is the new streaming service that it's going to come out later this year. Disney owns parts of Hulu. I think it might be a smart deal for Hulu to have those Netflix shows on Hulu, since Disney Plus is supposed to be more like PG-13.
Disney is pimping everybody these days.
But they can't have all those shows brought over. They can't bring over Luke Cage, Iron Fist, or that's all R-rated material. So I think that might as well be still within the family, but not in the family.
Wow. So that's like the step part of the family.
It's kind of. I would bring them over.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I would bring them over except for Jessica Jones,
Slate.
Iron Fist.
Okay, I'm cool with that.
Everything else, I'm actually. I haven't finished Punisher, so I don't know if I would bring them over. But definitely Daredevil.
Hey.
Luke Cage is my 1 and 2 pick. So Punisher can go in there, but please. Season 2 for Iron Fist was a little bit more promising, but Jessica Jones completely missed the mark altogether.
No, Jessica Jones is a great show.
First season, I will give you.
Wait,
The
so
second season was
Hulu's
pretty cool too.
They're continuing it, or they're
They're
just
pl-
They
they're-
ended it.
they're floating the
ended
idea.
it
Yeah.
off a cliffhanger.
They're floating that idea out there.
Oh, okay.
And it kind of makes sense because if Hulu is really going to go toe to toe to Netflix, and they're owned by Disney, Disney and Hulu can have a beneficial relationship of showing Marvel properties that are not family appropriate on their streaming sites and still make a profit with that.
I know that we're going in a good direction, but I mean, I feel like it's time to get the worst news out of the way.
So we're moving on from that conversation already.
Yes.
So we
Okay.
gave the Flash an hour, but we're giving Marvel shows 15. Okay, Gio. Okay,
The
Gio.
disrespect.
Yeah.
So, but any
the
other?
Flash.
Would you want to
Exactly
bring
my
any
point.
other properties in addition to, like the Marvel Netflix treatment that has not been brought to the screen. I mean, Howard the Duck does not come to mind like, oh yeah, you have to have a series on Howard the Duck.
No. Why are they even
Why
pushing
would
that?
they- Yeah, why are they?
It's a
I blame
thing.
Kevin Smith.
It's a thing that I know because I listened to his podcast. Is that he talked about he's kind of playing around with someone else's IP, which is intellectual property, and he didn't give any details until this just came out. So he was really excited for this. But there are plenty of other characters that I think you can still bring out. But I'm wondering, who would you bring out?
They did tease the Howard the Duck at the end of the
Yeah,
movies.
at the
Yes, they did. The
Guardians, right?
yeah,
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Mhm.
like
But
took
that was
you
in like
long enough.
2014.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
mhm.
all right. So here comes the worst news.
All right. Okay. I can remember.
Bad news.
Not the worst. I have the worst.
No, you don't. You think you do. You don't.
No. We're not gonna read that right now. I want to
No.
hear this.
All right, the worst news. All right, I don't know if this is probably most likely going to be animated because it's by DC. Batman versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie.
Is it a versus or like meets up?
Versus.
Ninja Turtles.
Like this is gonna be
Seriously?
so bad. Like DC, are you
Okay.
like trying to like? You trying to go down?
How you know it's gonna be bad?
Like you're going up. Like Wonder Woman was a good start. Now you gotta keep going up, and now you like bringing that out. And now you're like, oh,
How you know it's gonna be bad?
trying to put on the reverse back down.
Gio, how do you know it's gonna be bad?
Because
Cause what?
turtles and a bat.
It's not just turtles. It's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Turtles.
We talking.
They're
We
helping
talking
turtles,
skater
yeah.
dudes with
not
pizza.
Right.
versus, they're
That's what I
helping
thought.
him.
It doesn't seem like it's a versus
Yeah.
situation, or maybe they start out as enemies and being friends, like in the last 20 minutes of Dawn of Justice.
No, but like it still won't be good if they were working together or not. It's like if it was like, it's just gonna be so bad.
Look, if
How, though?
Scooby Doo can do so many damn meetups with like Kiss
And Harlem
or people
Globetrotters.
from Supernatural, you can definitely do a crossover from Batman.
But that's
and-
Scooby Doo.
Scooby Doo is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series. No.
Look, I just think the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are riding Batman's coattails.
And like I don't know who the guy is on the screen right now, but I do know who he is. Like he actually was a star host. A star cast in The Flash during the musical episode that they had.
This guy,
Oh,
Darren
the-
Criss?
Yeah,
Oh, the music
Glee.
Meister.
yeah.
Yeah.
I really
Glee.
wanted to.
He
I
was
really
in
wanted to see him
Glee.
back
Yeah.
again. I wanted to see him back again, but like he never came back, and I was like pretty disappointed. I watched that episode like 3 times. I've never done that to any other episode though.
That's good. And actually, you can I believe on Hoopla Digital, you can actually download the songs from that series, from that episode specifically. And I know I listened to it plenty of times.
Yeah.
So,
Now, let me bring up the worst news.
what is the worst news?
The teaser for Frozen 2 is surprisingly intense. Because, first of all, it starts off with Elsa running up waves for whatever reason. And then at the end of the trailer, you have Anna grabbing the sword and slicing the screen. And I have a few words for that. What is she attacking? What was sneaking up on them? And why is Elsa going up the waves for whatever reason? Is there
They'll
something
tell
on the
you.
other side?
In the movie,
It's a Bird Box.
don't
moment.
like overlook it. It's just a teaser.
I feel like this is not that bad. I feel like for
It's
all
not
the
that
for
bad.
all,
It's just a Disney movie.
for all the kids who watch Frozen and sing along to the songs, they're gonna love this movie. It's like the other studio for Moana.
Look, well, I was gonna say she's gonna meet Moana out in the ocean. That's basically, and the two of them are going to duke it up because one can freeze the water, the other one can manipulate it.
Yo, I
But
got
then it's
Moana
like-
mid difficulty.
Yeah.
And there's a Little Mermaid moment just passed.
Oh yeah, when she walked up on the rock.
So I mean, it looks kind of cool because she's no longer on her.
Nate, who you got in a
turf,
fight? Who you got in a fight?
and that's
Moana.
kind of an exciting sequence. But
I got Frozen. I got her. I don't know, but like I wouldn't choose Moana over her.
Elsa.
Yeah, I got what's her face.
But it looks really real. The waves
Yeah.
look really real.
Like the animation is really better than the first one.
I mean, the first one came out like 2014 or 13, so
Yeah.
of course.
and it was bound to happen anyway. So
I mean, yeah.
I'm kind of cool with this. The only thing I wasn't expecting when I've never seen Frozen until I saw it in, not Tropical, Pinecrest Gardens. There was an outdoor movie theater. There's a bunch of kids there, so they all started singing like Rocky Horror Picture Style, and I'm like, this is it. That's the thing. Every kid knows the song. So if this movie doesn't produce something similar to that song, it's gonna bomb regardless of how good this looks. So,
But I mean, that's what Disney is known for.
That's
Every Disney movie has
just
at
about.
least one song.
Hold on, I have
that you
another
know.
worry.
Mm.
Why does Olaf have no cloud over him?
They're in fall.
Magic,
It's pretty cold.
guy. Yeah.
But it's
Mm.
like,
Magic.
what happened?
Magic.
What happened to the cloud that was over him?
They're in fall.
It's been like 4 years since the first movie. Their
Maybe
magic
they're
game
in
increased.
summer.
So,
like
Yeah, it's not summer.
maybe
it's
she has
fall.
like
Yeah.
maybe
I mean,
The
but
leaves are all.
like
Anyway.
it's maybe
So-
it's fall, which means it's almost winter. And like look at the altitude that they're at.
So,
you know it's
so
pretty cold
winter's
up there.
coming. I don't know.
Exactly.
And then you got like you saw her like trying to. It felt like she was trying to control her powers when like in the beginning. Like it seemed like she was trying to gain more control. So maybe like she just has that master control. And
Or
then
she was banished because they don't deal with mutants like that, and they cast her off.
And maybe she like had like full control, and then she like instead of having to do it, like Olaf's just there now.
So, since we're talking about Disney, let's talk about the other Disney trailer, which is the Aladdin trailer. So, people were upset that Will Smith was not blue.
I was, because I'm like, why? Why are you gonna mess with a good Disney movie like that?
Which, again, if you compare the movie opening scenes, they look exactly the same,
Yeah.
except that Will Smith was not blue.
I feel
He
like this
was
movie's gonna be
black.
good. Like I feel like this is gonna be a good movie.
So,
Joe, your sarcasm isn't that strong, to be honest.
I
But,
mean,
Will did say that he assured us as fans that the genie will be blue.
Like,
And
will he be blue the entire movie?
that's the thing. I think initially
Oof.
the clip that we got is probably all you're going to see of Will Smith. It's just being that kind of quick that snaps into a different color. But I know people were losing their minds when they were watching the Grammys and saw this trailer and see that shot of Will Smith.
Because I'm like, he gonna be blue, isn't he? Isn't
And-
he? And I'm like, yep.
Oh, God.
So-
bro, like go back to
At least it's not The
Skyrim
Rock.
or something.
This is
What the-
incredibly unsettling.
I mean, look, he doesn't sound anything like Robin Williams, nor
He
did
does
I was
not.
expecting him to sound like that.
Yeah.
I mean, he can't reach that expectation.
No,
No,
and that's
no
why I
one
was
wants
even
to.
disappointed. He was like, "Why are you going down this road?"
why does
But
he have a Black Panther necklace on?
It's
He sets
a
himself
nod.
up for
He works for the
failure.
Wakandan army.
I mean, both like Aladdin and Marvel are under Disney, so it makes sense.
Hey.
so you're gonna do a crossover.
Yeah.
And also, like, he has to show like respect to Wakanda, bro. It's Black History Month.
A. Oh, what three
What
wishes
about
would you want?
because he's blue?
Blue Lives
Don't
Matter,
blue
bro.
my. I was gonna say that. Blue lives matter.
It all started with the Smurfs, Loki.
Yeah, basically, all Smurfs matter. But
except
speaking
for
of
Except Clemson.
Black History Month, Marvel Comics, in case you guys want to do something for free, you're going to get 5 free comic books if you enter the word, I think, forever at Marvel.com. I had it somewhere, but it's available somewhere. Yeah.
Some AMC theaters
yeah,
are
no.
also playing it.
Right. I actually saw that on February 1st, which I got to see Black Panther again. Even though I own the movie, I've seen it a couple of times when it was out the first time, but it's so fantastic.
Yeah, seeing it in the theater.
Yeah. So, free comics, if you go to Marvel.com, type in a redeem code forever.
That looks like The Rock
That is
when he was wrestling.
Wait, what is this?
Scorpion King.
Why is he looking up
That's
Scorpion
the
King?
first.
Well, there was a comparison. It's like it's kind of cross between Smurfs and other blue heroes and the Scorpion King because he's
Scorpion King is the
floating.
first movie The Rock was in, right?
Yeah.
What movie was he in before that?
He was been a lot of movies before then when he had hair.
Wait, when
When
Scorpion
he had
King-
hair.
When he has hair, you know that's pretty early.
When did Scorpion King come out?
Not back in the 90s.
Okay, so he had movies before that.
Yeah.
What? He's
been hustling.
he really is in too many movies. Oh my god.
Yes,
First of all-
lately, yes.
First of all, you said when he had hair. That's far
Okay,
back
well,
enough.
First of all, The Rock has never been in too many movies. He's been in not enough movies.
Really?
Because The Rock is amazing.
I almost had a Dwayne The Rock Johnson marathon with watching Rampage and Skyscraper back to back this weekend.
I haven't seen Skyscraper.
And I'm like, I can't
Haven't
do
seen
that much.
Rampage.
I liked Rampage.
I mean, you have to put some time in between when you see a Rock movie. It was like I'm starting to think that he has.
No,
like,
because he has Hobbs and Shaw during a Super Bowl commercial. I'm like, and the Jungle Cruise, which is about a cruise on a Disney ride. And I'm like, look,
Well, he has a contract with them, right? How many movies does he have a pump out a year?
the problem lies is that he's supposed to do Black Adam.
He was.
Well, he's not
saw.
doing it anymore.
Look,
We don't know.
here's the story. Shazam's coming up.
Mm-hmm.
He is. There's supposed to be a cameo of Superman and Black Adam. But we're getting the stand-ins for Superman and Black Adam. So that means who knows if he's going to be playing him at all. And I've been waiting for years for that to happen. Since that was his thing, fine. He's going to get his own movie, even better. And
I mean, does
He's
The
doing-
Rock really need like his own superhero movie? Come on
Yes.
now.
Cameo-
Yes, he does.
at this point, he might as well.
cameo of Superman.
I mean, we
Like,
already
who's
messing
gonna be
things
Superman?
up.
Yeah,
Well,
who's
that's
gonna
the
be
thing.
Superman?
That's the thing. It's the stand-in. Meaning you'll see like a shot from the back. So you see like the blue and then the cape or the black and the gold trim.
DC really folded with that.
So-
Superman, bro. Like, who else is gonna play Henry Cavill?
Henry Cavill.
I mean, like, no one else is gonna.
Look, the whole thing is that he wanted to have a second movie to have producer credits. He wants to have choice of a director as well as writing. So
Henry Cavill does.
Henry Cavill wanted this.
Yeah, he's
So
difficult.
this is where I'm like, he kind of deserves it, but I'm like, you know,
It's a little pushy.
right now their backs are against it. So we're kind of getting compromised, but I'm like, we're not getting those moments that we want as fans. So I'm kind of mad about that.
And then like, didn't we have like Batman leave too?
Yes, but
Ben
Ben
But
Affleck-
Ben Affleck is out.
Oh,
Good.
look,
He's
they
out
just-
officially.
Yes.
Officially.
They're
Yeah.
just ruining the entire DC movies now.
No,
No, they're not.
No,
They're
no.
improving.
Ben Affleck
Yeah.
was the one who was ruining them.
Yeah,
Like he can't play a blind guy and like a man in a bat suit. Come on now.
right. We're not doing Green Lantern and Deadpool. That's it. You can only do two.
Ooh, Marvel's greatest mistake.
Henry Cavill's like, no one's
Um,
to that.
But there is, I mean, the idea of the new Batman is that it's a trilogy and it's supposed to be a younger Batman. And we're going to see more of the detective side of Batman that we've never seen before. And a lot more villains. So,
I love Batman, so I'd like to see more of him.
and that's not going to start, or at least we don't see it for like 2022-ish
Ugh.
when they get done. But there is something that it's fun to look at on top of the cabinet. All right, so this is kind of speculation because you know that X-Men coming over to Disney and all that. So, you know, people were thinking, well, what would a character or an actor look like if you had a reimagined person? If Hugh Jackman is not available to become Wolverine, who would you recast as?
Daniel Radcliffe.
Right.
Yeah, I heard it on Wired. It's
Right.
Like, am I gonna? And he was like, yeah, I'm gonna be the new Wolverine.
Well, I don't know 100%.
Like on Wired, they have Daniel Radcliffe, and they like answered like, is one of the questions was like, is Daniel Radcliffe the new Wolverine? And there was like,
Could Daniel Radcliffe be? I mean,
And then
can
he-
he
Be.
fill those shoes?
Daniel,
Oh my
No
god, you
one
gotta cut the
can.
beard. You gotta cut the beard.
He's-
You gotta cut the beard.
He's tiny.
The
We
beard
don't
is
want him to
messing
fill that
it
shoes.
up.
We just want him to be Wolverine.
I mean,
And I
like,
mean, Harry Potter is like my ultimate, but Daniel Radcliffe he's
Yeah.
Stick with the spells.
very small.
But then again,
Stick
you know,
with
if you
the
want to
spells.
do comic size, he's always kind of hunched over.
Yeah.
He's small. So I can argue that that's fine.
yeah, I think I'm gonna be pretty okay with that.
He is
I'm
a good
satisfied.
actor, so he could do it.
Yeah.
And in the Wired YouTube video, shout out, like he was saying that like after like Wolverine goes into like this machine and then he comes back out and then it's Daniel Radcliffe.
Or just a completely different Wolverine and X-Men separated from the one in the Fox universe.
Yeah.
That'd be a lot better. If they try to connect it, it'd just be stupid.
I mean, I've seen worse type of casting. Like at one point, before Hugh Jackman was considered, you would have Bob Hoskins, who is a shorter, more pudgier actor, taking on that role.
Cut the beard.
I kind of like the beard. Don't cut it.
And I think what's throwing me off is it's the eyes.
Yeah.
The blue eyes, yeah.
It's got
It's
big
too
blue
too
eyes.
nice to be that kind of mean, that kind of thing.
Yeah, and he's Harry Potter.
Yeah.
I mean, how are
Stick
you
with
going to
the
look at him
spells.
and not see Harry Potter?
He's
Right.
also the dead guy from Now You See Me, Now You Don't.
No,
He was
no,
supposed
a Swiss Army Man.
Now you
Swiss
see
Army
me,
Man.
now
he was
Yeah,
the dead guy.
He's a dead guy.
Yeah.
and Now You See Me, Now You Don't. He was like the pretend dead man.
Yeah.
He does play dark, though. He has played other dark characters.
There was one character that I thought was super creepy. If you ever see Sin City, Elijah Woods, there's this character that he looks like a weird Charlie Brown version.
Oh god.
And I'm like, if that's creepy for Elijah Woods, and Elijah Woods has like the
Big
prettiest
blue
eyes
eyes.
and like Bambi eyes, he was kind of creepy in that movie. So, and I'm not saying that Daniel can't do it, but you're gonna have to change your ideas of what he can do, because basically he's gonna be typecast as that.
I think he's gonna do a pretty good job.
Grow more hair. That's all I'm gonna say.
More hair for Harry.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else you guys want to talk about?
No.
I mean, other than the Grammy Awards, I don't think we're gonna be talking about.
No,
that.
we're not talking
We're
about
not
the Grammys.
talking about the Grammys.
You can leave that
no,
for next week.
No.
All right, then I guess the podcast is over.
No, what's the other two articles there?
Frozen and The Simpsons.
We are not doing The Simpsons.
Okay.
We'll go to Frozen if you want.
Let's end on The
I mean, we already did
Simpsons.
Frozen.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Why?
So it's going to be renewed for another 2 seasons.
Mm.
And I take it you guys had watched The Simpsons at a certain point
Yes,
in
we
your
all
life.
have.
I
We
have.
all
When was the last time you watched The Simpsons?
The movie.
I was.
The movie?
Yeah.
I was actually. Y'all choose his age last time I watched it.
Actually, I was 12 years
No,
old.
that was 3 years ago, not a year ago.
I was 12 years old, and the last thing
about
I
to be
saw
18
was
next
the
month.
movie, and I was like, yeah, let me stop.
So people don't watch The Simpsons anymore. I haven't seen it in years.
Like
Yeah.
if you see the new episode compared to season 1, there's a difference.
Oh,
There's
Oh,
sure.
it's difference between
Yeah.
the decades.
Difference.
Difference between Halloween episodes.
Isn't The Simpsons
Yeah,
like
the
one of the
Halloween
Those,
episodes,
Yeah, it is.
the Halloween
Those are the
episodes
best
were good.
ones.
Yeah,
Those
those-
might be the only
The
ones I
Treehouse of
watched.
Horrors, yeah.
Back in the day, it was a must thing to watch every Halloween.
Yeah.
But I think since shows like Family Guy and other shows of that kind that push the envelope a little bit more, The Simpsons had always kind of played it safe. But I think when the movie came out and I watched the movie, it pushed the exact same things that Family Guy would have done. And I'm like, I thought that was inappropriate. And I'm like, this is not The Simpsons I want to see anymore.
Yeah, it was kind of like for kids, but then they just pushed it to the point where it's like, get out the room.
There was a point in time where Rick and Morty actually crashed into the house and killed them.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that.
I remember
that.
that.
Shit was funny. Yeah.
Nah, I like that.
But there is, not too long ago, a scene in which Thanos shows up,
Yeah, I saw that one too.
and he is ready to sit on the couch, and Maggie gives the pacifier and puts it on his gauntlet, kills the family, but then Maggie sits on the couch with him, which I thought that was probably the funniest thing I saw in Simpsons for a very long time. And Jim Starlin, who the creator of Thanos, took a picture next to the TV of that moment. So I think it lost that kind of pop culture relevance. And I mean, how many times we go, dope, when we ever do
That is the most memorial part of The Simpsons.
right? And now it's like, though.
Ah,
It doesn't have the exact same impact, and
Yeah, but donuts are so popular now. Come on. That's Homer. That was all him.
no, they're forbidden donuts. But Marge, I'm so tasty. So things, or even when The Simpsons came out with their own video games.
Yeah.
I mean, there was
the video game that dropped for the PS2. That
which
game
called
was
it the
pretty
Lego
cool.
Dimensions with when you starting off at the Simpsons house.
Well, any
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not as if they didn't deserve to kind of brand out and do other things, but
like,
it kind of overstayed its welcome.
it
What
did.
was it a safe choice for them? Is what it's
Well-
They should have just like ended it or like just dead it or something like what Futurama did on a lot of other animation.
Right. Even Futurama, I would have mind another season or two rather than The Simpsons.
Exactly. You remember when they did that collab with Futurama? It was the show that ran out of ideas, but they showed us out of episodes. That was funny.
So, like shows like South Park has been on forever.
Yeah, then they did that too. Then they did that. Family Guy, Simpsons.
Yeah. So, and it's to Fox's fault for having that animation domination block that is now you can't get rid of it, or at least how are you going to replace something like The Simpsons after all these years? So that's going to be
I see you, Simpsons.
yeah. So over 700 episodes by the end of the next 2 seasons, which it's a big accomplishment, but I'm like, it's kind of wasted on all of us that used to be fans, unfortunately. And I don't know, even the new kids are watching The Simpsons.
No, there's so many more other shows.
Right, that's too much stuff out there.
Yeah.
that-
Bob's Burgers is better than The Simpsons.
Oh, I love Bob's. Yeah, absolutely.
But I want to just say something real quick. Adult Swim, you're really pushing it, holding us back from season 4 of Rick and Morty.
You're going to get 70 episodes.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
So calm
When?
down.
When?
Calm down.
When?
Probably
Like they
this
don't
year.
they
about
don't
it.
need to drop season 4 really. You'll still be talking about it. You'll still be rewatching it. They'll
No,
still make money off of it.
I don't rewatch any of the Rick and Morty episodes.
Then you're not
But like
I
the
already- I already
name Rick
watched-
and Morty will still be in people's mouths.
I've
and they still
watched
make
every
money off of
episode
it,
like
so.
3 times
You'll
already.
say wobble up dub dub.
right. Never
Yeah,
rewatch
exactly,
anything, but I
bro.
watch all of them 3 times.
Yeah, I'm not rewatching them no more.
From now, this
Yeah,
point
from
on,
now.
I'm not
Yeah.
rewatching.
Because like it's
Watch
like
it
I already
Saturday
seen it. It's like
night.
I want to see something new and funny.
You'll still say
don't
wobble
worry,
up
you'll
dub dub.
go back to your imagination.
No, when
always be there.
will they be releasing it?
No, trust. I love Rick and Morty, and I'm even caught up in the hype to the point that when the Szechuan sauce was going to be at McDonald's, no one's going to know about the Szechuan sauce.
I went to McDonald's.
I went to McDonald's and there was a huge line. I'm like, how does everybody know about the Szechuan sauce at McDonald's? Because they were promoting this on Rick and Morty. And I'm like, it was just
Yeah, I tried it. That
ginormous.
sauce was actually
No, I
pretty
went
good.
to the Brook McDonald's, like right here, right over here. I went to the Brook one, and they was like, no, we don't have it.
Right. And
We're
whatever
more of
they
an
had
outlet than-
was a small number of Szechuan sauce.
We're like the
packets.
Express McDonald's. Like, we don't really get all that. Like like the Express Wendy's, they don't have the 4 for 4. We're like
So,
McDonald's.
They got the 2 for
Express.
$2.20.
We don't have all.
But
we don't even have barbecue sauce.
there was a
here.
point in the Rickmobile was at a store up in Fort Lauderdale at Tate's.
That huge spaceship.
That it's basically it's Rick in a vehicle that he's just hunched over. So I got to see the Rickmobile. So big fan. I actually have oh my god, what's the name of the dog?
Snowballs.
Snowball.
Snuffles.
So I have the helmet on him and as a cute stuffed animal that I bought from Toys R Us at discounted. I
Summer,
couldn't
where
depart
are
with that.
my-
So it's a great cast, and that's a lot more pushing the envelope because you can do anything. Whereas The Simpsons is kind of always locked into the exact same format, and except for the Treehouse, which you can kind of explore other things. And I think that's the problem too, is that if you do the show over and over again, you're losing the spontaneity of things you can do that's fun.
You can
So-
shout out, call me Snuffles.
And yeah, exactly. So okay, so I think we're coming to the end of the podcast.
Hold up. What 3 wishes would you want if you found the genie?
Unlimited wishes.
Yeah.
No, you
Oh, you
can't
can't
ask
wish
wish
for
for
that.
more wishes.
Okay, the power to grant my own wishes.
So you'd want to be a genie?
No, I wouldn't want to be a genie. I just
No,
want
no,
You're
because
granting
you
your
can't
own
grant your own
wishes.
wishes.
So
I
it's
wish
You
like,
have to grant it something else.
I wish I had the
No,
power.
Yeah,
just to
you-
grant.
if
I'm
you're
not
genius-
wishing to be a genie. Just the power, the ability to grant my own wishes. Just to say, oh, I wish I had $1 million. I can just go like that, and then I could get it. It's like magic powers that are extremely broken.
So you
That's
want that to
smart.
be your one wish to have multiple wishes.
No, to have like my one wish for myself
To have
grant-
multiple wishes.
Yes,
Right.
infinite wishes.
No,
yeah.
you can't.
But
You,
you
can't
can't
have a
do
wish
that.
within a wish.
Come on.
All
That's
right,
wish
my
inception.
my first wish would probably be, all right, if it's not the powers of the Flash, it would be
The power of vibe.
no, it would not. I wouldn't want those. I mean, even though they're pretty cool, but I wouldn't want those. I would probably choose to come back to me. I gotta think.
Dang.
There you go.
First wish would be to be immortal. Second wish is every
Boring.
step I take, I
Boring.
get $100.
Boring.
So you'll have what, 5?
Dollars.
Well, see, then that the money will just run out so quickly when all I gotta do is just walk.
So you say
back and
unlimited
forth.
money for your immortal life.
Yeah.
How about every time I blink, I get like
I like.
$1?
Yo,
$1? That's not enough.
Xavier, I hope you know one day the government's gonna catch on. They're gonna throw you into like a little laboratory, like you're a lab rat,
Hold
and they're
on.
just gonna make you walk on a treadmill and then just print out money.
No,
from
no,
them.
no. That's why I'm gonna be on the couch for a good week, and then I'm gonna start walking.
You have to go to school still.
I mean,
Yeah, but guess what?
What?
I'm
Who's
walking
it?
to school.
Yeah.
No. I'm gonna be in a wheelchair.
actually, I would
Secretly.
probably, to be honest, like money. It's like it depends on what type of money you're talking about. I would not choose American money or any other money. I would probably choose.
Bitcoin.
No, I
Shut
would no.
up, Monty.
I would choose more of like an
money
actual
depends on
like
where
an
I am.
actual like money is just a note. I would choose more of like a mineral. Like every time I walk, like I get diamonds or gold because those are things that actually last. If the economy of America was to go down, gold and diamond would still be worth something, not the paper that you have in your wallets.
Okay.
Boom.
Yeah, but, I mean, gold and diamonds also go down in value if
Yeah,
there's too many
true.
of them.
Mhm.
Oof.
Too many people have it, right? That's the whole point. It's precious
Yeah.
metals, so not too many people
And then
have.
rubies.
Well, then,
Same
Same
thing.
thing.
right. So the
No,
problem
the-
lies is that if you start creating too many, they're
People
gonna
are
have to
gonna
take
catch
you out.
on.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to take you out.
Because they're like,
I'll cut off my legs.
the money, he's making it worth less.
No, I'll
That's
just
it,
have it,
dude.
and
Because now it's
I'll
common.
just get all the money I can get with it, and then I'll use that money for my own
The
personal.
reason why
Or
it costs
actually-
$1
Nobody
million
wants a wish to help other people.
If
No?
if I had three,
No.
if I had a wish,
What is
I mean,
that?
like if I had unlimited wishes and y'all
Oh,
let me
yeah,
break the
here we go.
rules, I could
Sure,
like
throw
help
one your
people,
way.
but-
Hey,
Yeah.
You can have one.
I wish that I had the powers of a wizard.
and what are they? Because there's a lot of
Like-
powers.
they
Like,
can-
like
they can,
Harry
like-
Potter.
They can they can make things appear, disappear, and they can
Dumbledore.
like duplicate things, and I can just like
That's
duplicate.
basically my wish.
That's the
Yeah, exactly, but like I'm a wizard.
That's
It's not
whatever,
more wishes.
yeah,
It's not the
sure.
power of wishing. It's the power of spells.
Wow.
So you want to become a
Harry Potter.
Yeah,
You want to become
Except
Harry
with all
Potter?
like the enemies and part.
Mm.
Like, I
but
don't-
you're gonna
Without
get enemies.
Voldemort.
no, I don't got time for
It's
that.
called the FBI and Secret
Uh,
Service.
Yeah, if they can catch me.
This is the one topic I
It's called
forgot to
Area
mention.
51.
There is something, a comic book store in Chicago is up for grabs. You ever thought about having your own comic book store?
No.
You can do it for free.
No.
Provided you are able to answer this question, what makes a good comic book store? And the
Having
person who's
comic
running
books.
this is a full-time lawyer, and he's willing to turn over the keys to you to run the store yourself.
I mean, but Chicago's kind of
In-
far though.
And
So.
I know.
Chicago's expensive.
Yeah,
I mean,
I know.
how are you gonna survive if you get a comic book store?
Well, that's
They
the
gonna
question
ransack
is
that place.
what's the quality of a good comic book store in this day and age? What would make that? If you were going to run this, what's your idea? What's your vision
I would
for?
have a social club
Having
in there,
old-
or like a weekly comic book podcast.
Make it like a library.
No, you have to check
Yes.
out.
Yeah,
No.
everyone.
Then it
can
get
use-
messed up
everyone
at their
can use your
house.
Stuff.
No,
It's
just
like,
honestly,
if you guys
just
come
have-
in, you guys can bring your own comic books, and we'll buy them from you.
And where are you gonna get that money from?
The money that we use to sell them as well.
That's not right.
GameStop does it.
Just turn it
That
from a
they-
You
comic
know how
book
much
store-
money you
their
get from
own money.
GameStop?
Exactly.
Not a lot.
Well, then what's the point of giving it to you?
Well, the thing is,
Why is he giving it away? Is what I want to know.
well, he's running. He's a full-time lawyer. He just doesn't have enough time to
There's
deal
an
with this,
albatross around his.
I guess. But in this day and age where we have so much digital media that we can access online without even getting out of our house or even our chair, does having a comic book store at this day and age even worth it?
No.
I mean, I can have it just to keep the comic books as a collection.
I mean, you
So
can
not a
find-
store,
you can-
like a library.
I mean, like it could have like
See?
more stuff than a comic book store. It can have like other like nerdy pop culture related like
Or-
stuff, like maybe some video games or two, some like
Hey,
Marvel movies,
Or
stuff
you
like
make-
that.
make it
some
a-
action figures,
If he was
like
to
a
give me,
hangout
if
for
you-
people who
maybe
watch
some
anime
some
and
like
play
comic
video
book like
games.
clothes too, and
Kinda
like some
like
t-shirts,
YOUmedia.
some
Really?
graphic tees. Yeah.
Mm.
With comic books.
if I was to get the comic book store, I would personally would I I would say how like what a comic book store is like good, so he can give it to me, and then like right after that, I'll turn it into like my own like storage part where I can like do like photoshops and stuff.
It'll
Photo
be.
shoots.
I mean, I will make it into GameStop, but better.
I'm making it into my own studio.
Penny's dad used to own a comic book store.
Really?
Worked at it.
Wow, that's a huge letdown. That's a huge letdown. Did
So-
you get any comic books while you were there?
I wasn't born.
Ah,
So I imagine I probably will submit at least my essay, and I'll talk about that because it's not due until the end of the month, and I'll talk about what that essay is going to be, and the next comic book podcast. So it'll be something for you guys to look forward to.
okay.
So-
All right, I'm out.
All right. So we're all out for next week. It's just a normal podcast. So we'll see you then.
Well, are we really talking about the Grammys next week?
I don't know.
That's a good question.
But we'll talk about something.
Not the Grammys.
It won't be the Grammy.
Yay.
All right, folks.
Thank
Thanks for
you guys
joining
for
us.
having me.
And we're out.